Hey everyone, it's Trevor here with another Daclus quality review. This is part of my New Year's resolution to go see every movie in my theater and do a quick little review of it while sitting in my car on my phone. So, I just went and saw Eye in the Sky. This is about, basically, it's British, English, and American sort of led team. They're following some terrorists in Kenya, and they have an opportunity to take them out with a drone strike. But it could cause there's a little kid, a little girl, in uh, the sorry, I'm a little emotional. In the zone that could get that could be a casualty from the strike within the radius, the blast radius. Um, and basically it's them debating whether or not to fire and all this stuff, and can they get her out of the way. Um, at the start of this movie, I didn't really care for it because you're mostly setting up the American and the English military group, which it's you got Helen Mirren, you got Alan Rickman, and you got Aaron Paul. Um, I mean they're good in this, but at the same time, I didn't care for them as characters. I mean, I feel like um, particularly Helen Mirren's character wasn't particularly likable. Alan Rickman's character, mostly I didn't care for him. It wasn't. It was the character too, and then I think we're supposed to care for Aaron Paul's character too, but I didn't. Especially the beginning, he didn't. Aaron Paul just. I don't know if he can pull off the nice sort of wholesome guy, sort of hero-ish character. Because I mean, he's not incredibly like that in this, but at the same time, I'm used to him, I guess, as his Breaking Bad character and the one from Triple Nine, very similar to each other. Both of those, but this one's a little bit different. His personality. Sorry for the shaky cam. Mom's falling asleep. To move it. But so this is one of Alan Rickman's last films. It was just seeing him again too. I mean, he's such, and his voice and everything is very good. But this is sort of a satirical film, and I mean, it's not incredibly. There's not too much humor. There's definitely some at some points, but it started out slow. It picked up, as it definitely picked up because by the end it was emotional. Um, yeah, I was, ah, sorry about that. I zoomed in. How do I zoom out? I don't even know how I did that. There we go. Oh, this one's gonna be a nice video, isn't it? Just on the fly. Not starting over. Not. But, so this one, it definitely started to pick up. I mean, all the emotional stuff is on the ground, and I think that's sort of the message of this. At least that's what I took out of this is, you know, the other side is just you have these people sort of debating whether or not to do something, and it's not entirely that both are incredibly wrong or right. Per se, there's right and wrong in both, whether or not to fire and all this, and it's sort of it's people debating from the comfort of their chairs. It feels like, and then you're seeing what's actually happening on the ground, and it's a complicated thing, and I think that's what this shows. And but yeah, it's the people on the ground that I cared about, and especially early on, I didn't get any sort of interest in what was going on with the people in England and in the U.S. I didn't care much for them, but what was going on the ground was really good. And it's I think the one of the actors who's working with the Kenyan group there in Kenya, this he's I think he was in Captain Phillip. I think he got some praise for that for Captain Phillip. He might have won an award or at least nominated, I think. But he's sort of the heroish character. He comes across really well, and I haven't seen Captain Phillips yet, but I've heard great things about it and his character and that he does a good job. So he plays the Somalian, and he's very good. That's mostly what this is when they're on the ground. These are the characters you care about, and you feel you feel for them, and it's emotional. The end is hard to watch. Actually, it's really emotional. Um, it has problems, particularly early on. I think this film does, but the emotion, I think it's hard not to get taken by it at the end. I don't know how you don't. So I think it's a good movie. It's definitely a good movie. Um, uh, yeah, it's just an emotional one. I'd say if you want a movie that is saying something that really sort of is a pretty important thing about war. It's saying something about war and the effects and all that. And it also is an emotional movie. This is a good one, but there it does have problems. I definitely could see some people being bored, especially if you like your blockbusters and all that stuff. But this is, I still think it's a very good movie, and I wasn't really ready to say that at the beginning, but it definitely it picked up as it went along. So the entire time it just got better and better. But it didn't start in a great place. But anyway, that's what I have to say about this. It's an emotional movie. You could tell I was a bit wonky coming out of this. It's still a little bit. That's why I'm probably dropping the phone and shaking it all around. Sorry about that. But yeah, I recommend seeing this movie. It's good. It's very good. Also out this week is God is Not Dead 2. I haven't seen the first one. Not entirely looking forward to seeing this one. But I'm gonna see that. I'm gonna give you guys a review coming up this weekend at some point. Um, what else we got going on? All right, I think that's it actually. I don't think there are any other movies out this weekend, unless there's more coming out tomorrow or some other time this weekend. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Subscribe to this channel. I do more reviews here, but I also am joined with a couple other friends of mine. We do trailer reactions for like geeky things, mostly comic book movies. Check that out. We do a podcast called Geek Wars Podcast. Find it on your favorite podcatcher. It is also about all the geeky things, mostly comic book movies. And you can find us on Twitter at Geek Wars Podcast, and you can find me on Twitter at Daclus, Daclus. So thank you everyone for watching. Sorry about my hand over there, and until next time, bye.